to Buona Pappa. Today is a super special video because I'm not cooking, I'm not filming, but I'm going to share with you how I make a food video for my YouTube channel and for my other social medias. I've been contacted by the guys of Vlogginghero. It's a super cool website where you can find tons of information about how to make a video, how you start your YouTube channel, and I really wish I could have this kind of help when I started 6 years ago. So, knowledge is sharing, and I'm so happy to share with you my kind of behind the scenes of my food videos. First thing to say is that I do have 3 kind of sets. The first one is basically me. The Barbara at the beginning, like welcome, hi, welcome back to Buona Pappa, and me at the end. And it's the only set where basically I speak, I use the audio. The other 2 sets, also very important, are the main recipe scenes, the zoom in into the food, and in my opinion, the most important one, the final beauty shot, where basically the mouth-watering image comes out, and that image is the one that will make you click and see the recipe or keep going through the videos. First thing to do, prepare your recipes. I really recommend you to prepare your recipes in advance. Think about the sequence of scenes that you're going to do and simply print them. See, name of the recipe, ingredients, and basically what I'm going to do, and in the sequence of in the filming sequence that sometimes is not the cooking sequence. So the first thing that I do is that I transform my kitchen, family kitchen, without kids today, in my set. And through the years, I know which is the best angle to film, and that's something that you will have to check up in your kitchen or in your house where the light comes from, so that you will kind of balance the natural light, and in my case I have a lovely window there, with some artificial lights. And I'm using 3 artificial lights that they are, in my case, they are enough to balance the light. And I'm using a lovely tripod, that's my best friend, and I do have 2 cameras, and I will give you all the details and all the equipment that I'm showing you today. You can find the links with more information in the description box here below. So, camera, I'm using 2 cameras for my recipes. It's a Canon EOS 70D. I love it, and I use 3 lenses. The first one is what I call the big, huge Canon. It's a 70-200 millimeters. Then I use another camera, that's another Canon 70D with a 24-70 lens. And for the beauty shot, sometimes I'm using the 100 millimeters macro lens. That is a super cool lens, expensive, but totally worth. That's my second tripod that I use. It's a mini one that is perfect, that stays on the countertop and allows me to zoom in into the food, into the pan. Other technical equipment that I use when I do my barber talk scene, I use a wireless mic. So one mic is on me and the other one is connected to the camera. And also, very important, more than 1 batteries. You will never have enough batteries and enough memory cards. So before starting, check that they are full and they are empty. First of all, prepare the ingredients, and I do it before my recipes. They are both in grams and cups, so European and American measurements, so this scale is essential. So I simply write down on my recipe the cups, and then I transform them in grams or vice versa. And also I transfer any ingredient from the packaging into kind of cute containers, and it's nice. The other thing, prepare all the equipment, the kitchen tools next to you where you can reach them, because it's kind of bothering to stop every time because you just forgot the spoon. So, you know, spatulas, whisk, fork, spoon, knives, everything that you can reach. And then turn the lights on, check if the position of the lights is good for the scene that you're going to film. And what I really like about my Canon EOS D is this flip screen, because look, I can simply flip the screen so I can see what I'm going to film and the autofocus, because with one finger I just need to press where I want the autofocus to be and then simply press record and I'm done. And while I'm chopping, cooking or preparing my recipe, I can always check first of all if it's recording, so if the red button is on, and then if I am on focus, if maybe I need to adjust the height of my hands. That's a very nice tool because Buona Pappa basically is made only by me. It's Barbara, and Barbara. When my husband is not working, like today, he helps me filming the recipes, but basically mainly I prepare my videos when I'm home in the morning with the natural light from the sun and when the kids they are in school. This is the set where the magic happens. I have my burners here, I've got my chopping board here, a small sink, so that basically I do not need to move my cameras. With this camera I'm going to film the side scenes, and with this camera I'm going to film the very trendy overhead shots. That's the main recipe, one sequence at a time, and you do not need to have the camera going on for the whole recipe because really it will take so many memory cards and they are kind of expensive. My suggestion is to take a scene of 10-15 seconds and then simply stop and keep going, like I'm going to peel the carrot, 1, 2, 3 peels, and then I stop. That's enough for the editing phase. Every 2 to 5 seconds, the recommendation in the editing phase is to cut to another image. So 3 to 2 seconds is more than enough for your videos. Buona Pappa is on more than one media. I do have a YouTube channel, but I also prepare videos for Instagram, Facebook, images for Pinterest. So basically, I need a footage that can be adjusted to different formats. This is the very simple and not expensive at all trick that I use in order to do one footage for one recipes and use it on more than one media. Basically, I just simply put this blue tape here, and the longest one, the rectangular one, the whole screen will be the YouTube video. And then the short and square blue one will be the Facebook/Instagram one. And the tiny one, so the two blue tapes that come down, they are the long, narrow Snapchat one. So what happens is that I know that my focus, the main scene, always needs to stay within the smallest frame, that in this case it is the long narrow Snapchat one. And of course the rest of the scene needs to be nice and clean because I'm going to use the big scene also. But I mean, that I found this is a very fast, simple and easy way to just take one footage and use it multiple times. The second set is what I call the Barbara Talk set, where basically I place the camera with a tripod kind of far away, and then I place myself in the opposite direction. So of course now I'm going to remove the lights, and that's where I will be doing the introduction of my video and the closing. And for me it's very convenient because basically I can film the main recipe with the beauty shot one day, and then another day I can simply, without touching the kitchen and without cooking, I can simply film the introduction, the audio of the recipes, and usually it's a voiceover, and then do the closing with a bye bye, see you next time, please leave me comments in the area here below. And it's way simple and it's way easy to manage also from a time point of view. Last set. As I said, for me it's the most important one because it's what really sells the video recipe. It's the mouth-watering scene, and that happens here. So in my house, that's the most beautiful natural light that I can get. It's next to 2 corner windows. There is a screen there so that the direct light doesn't touch my set. And the set is super simple, you know. A friend of mine, he made me this amazing base, and I've got a few of them, one in white wood, one in dark wood, and you can pick up whatever you like. This is my breakfast table. I simply place my background here and those whiteboards that will simply reflect the natural light on the set. And see, this is Luca school equipment. It's something that I hold. That is another homemade do-it-yourself treat. And boom, the light is reflected. Please move my tripod to the set. I changed the lens, and I usually use a 24-70 lens for my beauty shots, all together with a beautiful macro. And this is the time for your creativity to start working. So you can use as many props as you like. I really love natural props like vegetables and fruit, ingredients that I use for my recipes, and a few detail, a nice tablecloth, and that's it. For me, very simple and very light is always the best. The difference between a still photo shoot and the beauty shot of a food video is that you need to give movement. It can be kind of the fork that takes a bite of the slice of cake. It can be some grated Parmesan cheese that you put on top of the pasta. It can be the drizzle of the honey on the pancakes. You really want to give movement to the final scene, because that is what will make your audience mouth watering. And when you're done with your recipe, then starts the next phase. That means simply remember to save your footage on an external hard drive. I suggest the external hard drive simply because footage, they take a lot of space. So save the card here and then start having fun with the editing phase. But of course, that's another video. I really hope this video was helpful to you, and I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the area here below. Here below, you will also find all the links of the equipment that I showed you today. This is what I use, this is what I've been liking through the years, and check them out. Also, remember, of course, to subscribe to Buona Pappa. Every week, a new baby recipe, a new kid-friendly recipe directly here for you. See you! Ciao, ciao!